seems now more certain than ever.
There's specific documentation I would have to talk to you and Skip about. It is my honor and privilege to testify before you on the issue of unidentified anomalous phenomenon.
A new UFO whistleblower.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to this episode of Epic TV. And tonight is a special night. It is the Planetary alignment. And I have my fellow team members from Project Horizon backstage. I'm going to pop them up right now. We got Robert Earl White, the Assistant Director. And we have Mike Patrick, the Assistant Director of Technology, Science, and Engineering in the house. I'm getting some background noise. Does somebody have a TV on?
No.
Nope. I'm getting some feedback. All right. Anyway, we got a bunch of people in the chat. It's definitely yours, Robert. You're getting feedback on your end. I got you muted. Let me just say hello to everybody, and we'll get this party cracking. So we got High Vibes in the house. Great to see you. Who else we got popping in? Official Crazy Cat is in the house. Welcome, Mike Esposito. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. Ultimate Ormness, good to see you. Welcome. Johnny Horton, hello, good to see you. Joey G, Big Joey Giraldi's in the house. What's up, Carlos? Carlos, I got your... Carlos captured a dynamite UFO video that we're going to play tonight for everybody. I'm really excited about that. I did all the checkups on it. It looks genuine. I did not see any satellites in the area. Robert and I took a look at that before the show. Angel Wings, good to see you. Dave Martin's in the house. There she is. High Vibes. Cats in the house. All right. So tonight,
What's up?
We have cameras. We got cameras set up everywhere. All right. Robert Earl White has cameras set up in South Jersey. I have cameras, night vision and FLIR cameras set up here on Staten Island. Mike Patrick has UFO DAP, MADAR, and 4K forensic cameras set up in New Jersey. So we're covering 2 states right now for this event. Let me show you guys and girls what's going on. I'm going to pop up a video here that's about a minute 30, and it's going to show you all the planets that we're going to be looking at tonight. So I'm going to let this play. right, all right, all right. Now, who wants to take a look at the planets through our telescope array we have set up right now? We have telescopes set up so we can get a direct look at the planets. I'm just going to tell you, some of them are going to be a little fuzzy and distorted. I have them a software running right now to enhance the planets for us. Let's go ahead and take a look at these planets. And they are beautiful tonight. Don't mind the clouds. We're going to cut right through them. Here we go. Was that not beautiful, everybody? What'd you think about that, guys? Is that not beautiful to see,
That
man?
was
What a
just
sight.
stunning, man.
Really is
Amazing.
spectacular.
It's a big universe.
And Saturn. Whew, wow.
Stunning, absolutely stunning. And we had some
Huge.
partly cloudy skies tonight, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
the three of us wait till we get those breaks and we get the right moment to get in there and capture this. We've been at this all day gathering this from last night, all day today, editing, getting all the software ready and set up. And just to show you that we're not kidding around, Mike, who's down on the bottom lower screen right now, let me just show you some of the equipment that we're working with. Cryptic Camp, welcome. We have, we literally have, we have NASA in our houses. That's what we have. Take a look at some of this amazing equipment. The equipment that we have for Project Horizon is mind blowing, and we are always gathering new equipment. So Mike just set up some of these cameras today. It's going to roll quickly, but there's tons of cameras aimed at the sky. There's computer software, every kind of detection equipment that you can think of. There's Mike freezing his ass off outside.
That it was. It was cold.
Night vision, FLIR, forensic cameras, computer systems, data, software, MADAR, UFO DAP. We have it all. You guys really want to see something absolutely beautiful?
Inspector Gadget over here, Mike Patrick, everyone.
Where's my
That's
theme? Where's my Inspector Gadget theme?
We gotta get you a theme. So here is Sirius, the star Sirius through the telescope. Take a look at this, because this is truly breathtaking. You know what it reminds me of, guys? And I want to know your opinion in the chat. It reminds me of one of these plasma orbs that people are posting around. This is what planets look like. So not for you to be mistaken, you could get thrown for a loop if you see a very bright star in the sky, and you could think that it is a plasma orb. But take a look at the star Sirius. Ain't that beautiful? We have colors are spectacular. We have 71 beautiful people in the chat. And if this is your first time here with Epic TV or Order of Light, hit that subscribe button. Come back. We do this all the time. And we're always, like I said, we are always upgrading our equipment and making it more entertaining for you, the public. So we want to hear what you want to see. Put it down in the comment section. Let us know what you want to see. And we promise we will make that happen. I'm going to go live right now to the Psionics Color Night Vision that I have set up in the backyard right now. This is a 720p full color vision night vision camera. So what I'm going to do is, so they can see this, is I'm going to remove us off the screen so they can take a full look here. So I'll sit and talk to you guys for a minute. What we're looking at right now is Orion's belt. And above Orion's belt, you can see some of the planets in the alignment still visible to the camera right now. But this is a spectacular camera, and we can catch anything right now, from satellites to planes, right down to UFOs. So this is going to play. We'll keep this going for about 17 minutes or so. We'll have this on the screen, and you'll be able to see everything in real time, just like we're seeing it in real time. And this is what UFO investigating is all about. It's about collecting the science, the data that go along with these sightings. It's not just seeing every little object in the sky and saying, oh, that's a UFO. Oh, that's a... No, we have to be logical here. Out of every 1,000 objects that pass through the sky, maybe 1 or 2 of them are unidentified. And there's a ton of data that comes in, and we'll have Mike explain that to you right now. I'll pop off. I'll put Mike up. Mike Patrick, when you come up, maybe you can explain to them the science behind this. All right, I'll pull myself off and pull you up.
Yeah, not a problem. Hey guys. So clarity wise, what are you guys looking to hear and understand? That's what I want to know first, because when we look at these images through specific cameras, when we get into forensic cameras, into infrared and night vision and thermal, and then color night vision, it's going to change. It's going to change dramatically, and it's going to change by the pixelization, the type of internal lenses being used in each camera. It's going to be dramatic. Like Anthony's camera, the Psionics, that is a color night vision camera. This is state of the art. It's been out now for a couple years, and they just blew it out of the water when they came out. These things are so crisp and clear, and when you get a crisp, clear night and no a lot of light pollution, these things are going to see for miles upon miles. And Anthony's shown before that we see satellites going by, through that vision system. When you start using more higher gear equipment or higher pixelization equipment, and the one camera I'm using tonight is actually a forensic camera. It's an infrared camera, but the lens on it is totally zoomable up to 50 millimeter. It's incredible. There's fine-tuned settings on this. I can change the hue, the colorization. I can change the spectrum on this camera to make it either more dark and more light in specific areas. So when you look at these cameras, you definitely want something that's going to be a high frame per second, okay, which they call FPS. All right. And a lot of these cameras out there are doing high frame per second. Okay. So you want a minimum of at least 60 frames per second. Okay. Looking for a 4K HD, 60 frames per second or more. Depending again what you're using it for, because I use a lot of my cameras for the the UFO stuff, but I'm also a Bigfoot investigator, so I want more infrared and thermal when I'm out there in the woods. I want to be able to see distance and clarity. I need to see clearly what I'm looking at. And a lot of these cameras people buy, it's within our budgets, and we want to see things that we want to be able to understand and say, yeah, that is an outline of a plane. I can see it, versus people putting up like those pixely images and we're all like, what's this guy posting? I can't make it out. So remember, when you're looking at that hardware, okay, you want a high frame per second or FPS. You want a minimum of a 4K or HD. Budget-wise, you have to figure out what budget you're going to be in, but look at around for something decent. Even like what Anthony has, you're starting at around between 600 to about $1,000 for something quality. Okay, so when you look at these things, you definitely want to look at a couple different things again. And again, it's the frames per second, at least 60 and higher, 4K HD, something that is weatherproof that you can put outside on a tripod, like Anthony has. Hey, there was a plane going by right now in his Seance. You can see it. So when you look at hardware, again, do your homework, do some research, figure out what's in your budget and what you're going to need. And, I'll try to help you too. If you have questions, you can ping Anthony and come through me. Chat information. You can find me on Facebook. I'm on there under Mike Patrick, and I'll be happy to help you out. Look at different types of gear. Just picked up another dome camera, looking at another axis. This is a 4K up to 120 frame per second, and this is a zoomable PTZ. So this one doesn't go as high. This goes to about 25 millimeter, all right, in zoomable rate. So I'm looking at that to see how it does. But the one camera I'm running tonight, I'm running two cameras Anthony mentioned. They're both infrared. One is a forensic infrared camera by Axis, and the second one is a standard infrared night vision camera. So if you have any questions, pop it in the chat. I'll be watching. And yeah, Anthony, back to you, bud.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mike. We appreciate that analysis. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring Robert Earl White up here. And Robert is going to explain some of the other equipment that we use, right down to software, such as satellite tracking software. We also track the International Space Station. Basically, everything that's in space, we are tracking right now in real time, as long as it can be trackable, because they have a lot of, top secret satellites up there that we can't track. And we may see something and you may hear us call it out as unidentified, but keep in mind that does not mean alien. It just means that it's not on our software. And at this time, it's unidentified to us. Hopefully, the UFO DAP and the MADAR system, which is built into the systems that Mike's working with right now, will alert and give us data on these unidentified targets, so we can give you real world information on exactly what it is, hopefully. But some people were asking what stars we're looking up at right now, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove this for a split second, and I'm going to go ahead and put this star map up, and this will go ahead and this will show you where we're looking right now. So these are the stars that you're seeing outside in the psionics, for those of you that were asking. So when I put the psionics camera back up, these are all the stars that we're looking at right now. Dead center screen, the 3 in the alignment, that's Orion's belt. And these are all the other stars surrounding that you're looking at right now in real time. So take a quick look at this, and then I'll jump back to the psionics, and then we'll bring up Robert. Now we're back live with the psionics, and here's Robert, and he's going to discuss a little bit about the satellite tracking software and the Flight Radar 24 that we have going right now, so we know what planes are coming in, what satellites, and all that. Go ahead, Rob.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Thank you so much for coming out. Much love to you all. Happy Planetary Parade 2025. 6 planets cruising by on a big parade over your house. So yeah, the satellite tracking app, I use it on my phone, and it's super easy to use. It's Satellite Tracker app. You can download it for Android or iPhone. And what I do is I go to Visible Satellites, and I have the Pro version. It's 49 cents a month. And I go to Visible Satellites, and we got a plane cruising right there. Look at that. And I select all the visible satellites for, say, 2 hours, 3 hours, when I know that I'm going to be outside and recording. And on your phone, it actually sends you real-time alerts of satellites and when they're directly above you, which is a great tool to know, because so many things that people see in the sky are actually man-made crafts. We have thousands and thousands of satellites, and they all act a little differently. Sometimes they flash. Sometimes they can be there and just fade out due to the direction that it's going, or the reflections off of the sun or the moon at the time of the sighting. There's a lot of stuff up there, and I'll tell you what, when I go outside and I'm not using a satellite tracker or a flight radar app, I feel like I'm naked. I feel like I'm missing my underwear. I feel exposed, vulnerable to fall, because when you see things like the ISS or CSS with the right lighting, it's massive. It looks like a giant orb. Yeah, real orbs exist, and we've recorded them as well, but having the satellite tracking really, really clocks it in. Also, with the assistance from a website all of you can use on your phones and on your computers, Flight Tracker 24. And it's a real-time situation where you can see all the planes flying over in your area. And keep in mind, active planes on military missions or top secret missions, things of this nature, that's not going to show up. That's not going to show up. And as far as satellites, highly secretive classified satellites, they're not going to show up on the tracker app either. So at that point, as Anthony said, it's unidentified. We're just trying to figure out what it is. And hopefully with Mike Patrick and his data and his UFO DAP, his radars and tracking, what he's trying to do and what he has done, he has put this all in one place that can track everything in real time. Because when Anthony and I, when we're outside and we're not doing this live like right now, we'll have our flight radar. We'll have that on one app or on my second phone in my hand, and then I'll be recording the UFO or whatever with my camera. But doing it live, it takes way more preparation, and it's quite difficult to do, but we're doing it for all of you. So happy Planetary Parade Day. Let's go. Take her back, Anthony.
All right, and as you can see, everybody, we're checking back and forth in real time with Flight Radar 24 just to see what's in our general airspace right now in this little pocket that we're seeing, because this is just a small section of sky that we're focused in on right now. And as the channel gets bigger and we start getting more equipment, I'm going to have this put on a swivel. I'm going to have 2 more psionics, and they're going to be put on swivels that I can change the direction automatically, so we're not stuck at the same position in the sky all night. I'll be able to switch from camera A, B, and C, and I'll actually be able to rotate it 360 degrees. We're also implementing a second UFO DAP system to our team. So we're going to have one UFO DAP system here on Staten Island, and we'll have a secondary UFO DAP system in New Jersey. And you really have to look up what the UFO DAP is, because I will butcher the hell out of it trying to explain it to you. I'll have Mike I'll have Mike take it away and explain that in a moment. It's so sophisticated and so sensitive. It's really an amazing piece of technology. But what it does is, one camera takes a bunch of photographs of the target and slices them like slices of pizza. And another camera is filming it in 360 degrees. Built into the device is also a data software system, and it'll tell you weather conditions. We actually have a plane coming in right now, low end. It'll tell you weather conditions, the wind speed, the temperature outside, if any of these objects are given any radiation off, or any of that stuff. They're absolutely fascinating pieces of technology. They range from about $3,000 to $5,000, so they're very expensive pieces of equipment. Then we also implement a secondary piece of equipment called MADAR. And MADAR is basically, it looks like a Wi-Fi box, and it will alert us when a bona fide unidentified flying object is over our area. Now, what I love about the UFO DAP, and it's a trade secret, so I really don't know, but it shoots a beam out in a cone circumference like this. So let's say anywhere between 8 and 10 miles wide. It'll pick up anything in that 8 or 10-mile cone. And anything that comes into that cone, it'll automatically track, photograph, and record and send us back the data in real time. Now, Mike kicked that up a notch. He Emerald Lagasse that and went, bam, kick it up a notch. And he added four forensic ASIC cameras. This technology is pretty much the same technology that the Central Intelligence Agency uses in Homeland Security. It has facial recognition software, and we implemented that because Mike is also a BFRO investigator, and he goes out and does Bigfoot, and we also like to do the paranormal. So if we ever get a Sasquatch, let's just say, if that ever happened, if we were the team that made that happen, or something paranormal like a ghost or an apparition, we want that facial recognition software to lock onto the target and film it from head to toes. So that's what this equipment would do. But I'm going to let Mike talk about the UFO DAP, because this system is absolutely, it's just incredible, intelligent piece of equipment. And I'm going to let the science guy deal with that. Take it away, Mike, because I'll butcher this one.
Yeah, I'm going to try to post up the link in the chat here. It's a really unique device, folks. I will say it is not cheap, because it is a science-based device. Okay, there's two facets to this UFO DAP. There's the software side, and one is software basically does triangulation. So if you have two of these UFO DAPs, okay, out there, you put them about 50, 60, 100 feet. You can put them a mile apart, and they will do triangulation. So if something hits one camera and it's going to hit the other camera, now you have a triangulation and pinpoint where specifically this object is going to be crossing paths. Okay. And if you go to UFODAP.com, that's UFODAP.com, you can read more about this product. I will tell you that there is multiple builds that you can do with the UFO DAP. You can do a single standard unit, which probably entry level. That's going to run you probably about I'd say $700 to $800. Okay, and you can buy them pre-built. You can build your own. There is the software control unit is called the MSDAU. It's a multi-sensor data acquisition unit built upon a Raspberry Pi by a PhD scientist who built this. I found this probably about 8 years ago on one of the History Channel shows. The guy was, trying to track a UFO, and this scientist brought this device out, and I'm like, whoa, okay, what do we got here? This is pretty cool. So I will tell you, because of cost, and I like to keep things under budget, because my wife will get mad. I built my own. I'm not sure if you can see it behind me here, but because of the camera angle, but I'll try to kick my camera up a little bit here. And then this is the device right here. Nope, you can't see. That's my thermal. That's my thermal. It's actually right here. Okay. So this is my UFO DAP. All right, you got the control box, wireless antenna. Sorry for the bad camera view, guys. It's uh, stuck to my thing. But Ron Olch is the guy who basically invented it. Actually, yeah, there's the video he has up right now on the screen. Um, Basic setup, one camera, no MSDAU, no control software. It's going to be about 700 to a full-blown UFO DAP, which you're seeing in that video on the screen. With the MSDAU and control module, you're looking at $2,500. Okay. I am not a rep for them. I get no commission on it, so I want to make that known. I really enjoy this device. It's scientific hardware, scientific software. It's a proven device. So that device that we're looking to get and adapt, along with my custom build, we're going to have triangulation between Andy and I, and then we're hoping to get another one so we can get 3 in there and get one down the Rob. I also run a MADAR, which is another acquisition device. It has a magnetometer similar to what I built here. It's a Raspberry Pi, and on the top, I have a magnetometer, as you can see, and anything that comes into that airspace that disrupts the magnetosphere, that's going to alert me. And that's how the MADAR works. It's going to alert by a text message and also by data. That's the box right there on the screen. If you look at that, that roughly runs $240, and it's custom built. It's built by hand. And if you go to it's madar.com, you can look up that device as well. So again, anybody have any questions, hit me up in the chat. You can find me on Facebook, and we'll talk. It's a really unique device, and Robert and I and Anthony and I, we're going to make this happen. We're going to triangulate and get this thing going.
Yes. All right. Kicking you out of here, doctor.
All right.
So I hope everybody's enjoying themselves right now. Look at the sky. I mean, isn't this beautiful? Color night vision is incredible. Now, another thing I want to talk to you about the psionics, there's a couple different ranges you can go. You could go to sport. You could go to black. Oh, did you just see what just happened right now above Orion? We had one of those flashes. Robert, did you catch that? You muted, Robert.
No, I missed it. I was in the live chat reading everyone.
So if I don't know if anybody else caught that up at the top there, about 3/4 of the way up above Orion, we had a red flash happen in the sky. And Robert and I have been trying to figure out what these flashes are. We captured one about 3 weeks ago, 4 nights in a row, and we're calling it the Scarlet Pulse. What's so strange about this pulse is it remained stationary in the sky for 4 nights, and every 30 minutes it would pulse about, I'd say 8 times every 30 minutes, just one bright flash. So right now I'm working with the chief advisor that the chief MUFON, Mutual UFO Network video analysis. His name is Mark D'Antonio. He's assisted me on this project along with, Mike Patrick, our science guy. We're trying to figure out what this is in space. We know we have geosynchronous satellites that basically stay locked in space for long periods of time. But this pulse stayed in the same exact spot in the sky for 4 days in a row and did not move. It's very odd, which would have
a plane.
It would have to be under intelligent control, right, Robert? Something would have to be under intelligent control to stay in one spot over 4 days and not move. It just makes no sense. It's a real head scratcher. And the live videos here on Epic TV, you could check it out. It's called the Scarlet Pulse. It's also on Robert Earl White's channel if you want to check it out. Really weird. Yeah, Kat, you say portals. I say possible. Anything's possible. I used to call them flash bulbs. Maybe, sometimes a planet will go supernova and explode, but that's usually like a really long flash, and it's very bright. They say it's as bright as the sun when that happens. So I've never experienced that, but we're going to try to get to the bottom of this for everybody. Unidentified flying objects have been a passion of my team and I's. We love this stuff. I'm doing this over 26 years. I come from a law enforcement background. Robert comes from a teaching background. Mike is in the engineering, science field, technology field. So a lot of brilliant people here in their own respective rights. But I had an encounter in 1993 with a triangular craft that basically looked very similar to one of these that just changed my life. And it just put me on the path to searching for more answers. Now, one thing that really pisses me off more than anything is when people put fake shit up on the UFO community. There's a lot of CGI stuff. There's a lot of UFO talking heads showing us things that just aren't true, and that aggravates me. I got to learn how to bite my tongue and just let people be. But we want to do this, and we want to do it for free. We're buying all this technology out of our own pockets. We're going to put up a web page so any one of you can come at any time for free and look up, flashballs. So you can look up everything, we film along with the data, 100% free, and you can utilize it for your own training and your own UFO research, because it doesn't make sense to charge somebody $5,000 to go sit out under the stars when it's absolutely free, right? If we're a UFO community, and the key word being community, we should all be doing this to help each other and advance the subject. I think when you charge people astronomical fees to do these things, it's just wrong. So we're looking to reverse that narrative. Then whatever data we're fortunate enough to get, we're going to be sending it out to the scientific journal, different colleges, so we can have it peer reviewed and studied by scientists that need to study this. It shouldn't be held just to make documentaries with. Real research needs to happen. Otherwise, this movement is never going to get where we want. We all keep preaching for disclosure. You can't get disclosure when you're charging somebody $20 to rent a documentary just to hear the story. That's not disclosure. You know what I mean? That's entertainment. We're going to try to do, am I wrong, Robert? We're going to try to do the real disclosure.
Also, everyone that's watching right now, if you see something that we maybe miss, go in the comments and leave a timestamp so we can check it out later. Actually, just last week, I was doing a live SkyWatch. Someone that was watching noticed something, and I completely missed it. They saw it, ended up making a whole video about it. A truly amazing catch of something strange. So if you see something, go ahead and do that. And, we are the disclosure. We're not waiting for the clowns in Washington, D.C. to tell us what we already know. We've been watching the skies for years. We've seen a lot of things that are explainable. We've seen things that we thought were unexplainable, but later learned that it was something very explainable. And we have seen things that we can't even begin to comprehend or explain to you. And we just categorize that as unidentified, whatever you want to call it. They're always switching names. But, we're not waiting for them to give us classified information. We're going out there and we're trying to figure it out, and we're trying to be honest with it, because we know this exists. We know for a fact that evidence and data can be backed by it, because we have physically seen it. And if you can see it, you can get data and you can get information on it. And that's what we aim to do with Project Horizon. And we got a plane. Look, there we go.
No, that's a mothership. That's a big, we're going to get
easy. Easy now. News Nation's going to start calling you, Anthony. If you start calling them motherships.
I'm glad you just brought that up, because, I want to speak a little bit on that. Well, we got over 140 beautiful people in the chat. Thank you all for being here. Hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section. We love you. We're so grateful that you're all here with us tonight. Did everyone catch News Nation's Egg UFO video? And if so, what were your thoughts on that? Please put it down in the chat. We're not going to knock anybody. Your beliefs are your beliefs, and we will respect your belief. Did you believe that was a real, genuine UFO sighting, or are you skeptical? Just put yes or no in the chat, and we'll go ahead and pop them up.
I think it was my chicken laying an egg. That's what I think.
I just want to say that real news coexists with other real reports. And what I mean by that is, if something is a genuine, bona fide incident like that, you would see it globally. It would be on every single news network around the world. That would have been the talk of the town, okay? But we only seen it on News Nation. and that bothered me a little bit. It kind of
Yeah.
feels like I'll throw the word around psyop. Kind of feels like what a psyop is when they throw those psyop terminology around. That's how I felt for it. And I'm very curious because remember, psyops fade away when the purpose has been served. For example, News Nation showed it. It was big breaking news for the day, and then it kind of just fizzled out. It was almost as if News Nation was testing the waters to see, is everybody going to buy this? And if they buy it, we'll do something else in a couple of months. Because is it just me, or does News Nation always have the whistleblowers lately? It's either News Nation or Dr. Greer. News Nation or Dr. Greer. It's like that group back and forth fighting with each other. I just don't get it. If something
too,
is,
that's
well,
another
just
thing. If we have any experts in the House of the military, when you look at that
we,
video,
we
what
do
puzzled
actually.
me, what puzzled me is now you guys know when you see videos and movies, if the military is going to pick something up off the ground, aren't they going to put that in some sort of basket or harness to hold it stable and protect it from falling out? Didn't see that in that video. So if there's anybody in here who knows more about the payload and military operations, I'd like to hear your comment too in here.
We actually do.
Yeah.
Joey Giraldi, my cousin right here, he's a retired Navy SEAL, and he spoke about this the other day. And Joey, thank you for your service, and thank you to all our servicemen and women that protect this nation. We are truly
Thank
humbled
you.
and grateful. So thank
Yeah,
you for your
thank you.
service. We love and respect you all. Big
Thank you
salute to
all.
all of you. But Joe was saying that there should have been a ground crew down there. When that egg came and hit the floor, there should
Exactly.
have been somebody
Exactly.
securing the straps, making sure that payload was secured, and nobody did that. There was no ground crew or cargo netting whatsoever. So
Red
he's right there
flag.
with me. He's saying the same thing. And no, thank you, Joey. Thank you. We owe you a great debt of gratitude for everything you did for this nation. There's things that I'm sure you've done that we don't even know about that would make our hair stand up and our asses pucker. So thank you. But yeah, when things like this go on, we need the truth. I'm so tired of the fake nonsense. And we have a lot of friends that are whistleblowers. Robert and I are good friends with Eric Hecker. We're good friends with DC Long. They're friends of ours. We talk to them. We go out with them. We have lunch with them. They're real people, down to earth. They're just like you and I. You could tell when somebody's trying to pull the wool over your eyes because there's always money attached to it. Donate here. Come see my show. It's $800 a ticket. There's always that nonsense attached to it. For example, we're going to be doing a show, Spruce Pine, North Carolina. We have a UFO Expo convention coming up for the, the Spruce Pine UFO Festival? January
the
14th.
Alien Festival, and we are doing the Sky Tribe UFO Expo. 5 amazing speakers: Anthony, myself, Joseph Jordan, Rhiannon Ali, and the headliner is our whistleblower and my buddy. We always got each other's 6, DC Long, and it's going to be amazing. We're helping Spruce Pine, North Carolina. They were really affected by the huge hurricane and the floods, and this is a really big help to them. So make sure you come out and show some love and help them get back on their feet. That's why we're doing it.
So now we're switching. Now we're switching to South Jersey. Robert, I think we're switching to your camera systems. Oh, look at this! As soon as we switch, we got and the software just picked up the target coming down on the top of the screen right now. And I would have said shooting star, but look how slow that's going. Mike, what do you think?
I'm gonna say shooting star. I mean, I just think it's a frame rate issue.
Could be a frame rate issue. You might be right there. But here comes object number 1. Oh, and object number 2 on the low end. I think that's a plane. I see an FAA.
That's a plane. There's flashing.
Yep.
But how funny is that? Somebody just said sucks no visible, and the minute the cameras switch over, bang, here comes another one right now. Betty, you got your wish. Look at that, Betty.
Could they be slower meteorites?
I think
slower meteorites.
Yeah,
I think it's frame rate.
I think it's just frame rate because you're looking at rotation of the Earth, and speed and distance. I think it's traveling at. I think it's just frame rate.
Yeah.
Because I can see you look at it, it's like blotchy. You see it moving real like this and pixely. That's gonna be frame rate.
Yeah.
And this is my security camera. It's like
Is this the ways?
it's 2000p. It's not 4K. It's a $25 Waze camera, everyone. So for
Does the job.
$25, you can have eyes in the skies.
Dude, how many shooting stars you got? We got another one at the top of the screen right now, at the top of the dome here. Hopefully this, there we go. See it coming right now? Top of the screen, 12 o'clock high.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Got a lot of shooting. Yeah, oh, the software pick it up fast. I mean, fast. We got a lot of shooting stars tonight.
Huh. All right. We'll take it. If everyone likes
I'll take
shooting
anything,
stars, hit that thumbs up.
Mine's just showing the airplanes. I only had 2 planes pass by so far.
Yeah.
But the team and I, we're going to be doing this a lot more. I'd say once or twice a week. Everybody seems to like it. We hope you enjoy it. And then Robert and I, we go out and film. We take all our footage and then we actually compress it. We go through it all. We highlight any unidentified flying objects, and then we make a video compilation. We put it up, and then we talk about that too. So you might really enjoy those videos as well, because Robert and I caught some amazing stuff together, and Mike goes out all the time, and he's filmed and captured some amazing things. Matter of fact, we're going to close the show off tonight with an amazing UFO sighting that my friend Carlos sent in. Yeah, bottom right-hand side of the screen, we got another object coming in looking like another shooting star. Beautiful. I'll tell you, would you pay for this camera? $25?
$25. And sorry, there are a lot of Canada gooses and there are a lot of chemtrails. So that's what you're seeing right now. You're seeing chemtrails and Canada gooses blocking the visibility. So, and you'll see the birds later. The past week, we've had so many Canada gooses flying. It's insane.
Looks pretty good.
Geese. A lot of geese.
Something
I'll tell
else?
you,
what was that?
I saw that for a brief second. Whatever it was.
It was just a flash.
Too fast. Yeah, too fast. One of those flash bulbs again. Those scarlet pulses, man.
Those flash balls.
And if you look straight, about 3/4 of the way up, you'll see the Pleiades, known as the Seven Sisters. That's that group star system at the top of the screen that everybody's
really bunched up together. Yeah. And then that's Jupiter, that very, very bright star you see right there. That's Jupiter. And actually where Anthony's head is basically Mars, I believe.
Birds are fake. Yes, Ricky Hammer. Birds are fake. Pigeons
CIA robots.
Pigeons are CIA robots. That's right. Pigeons are CIA robots.
Mini cameras hidden inside them, you know.
So you can't. I guess you switched to a 4K now.
This is 4K.
I'll tell you, for $25, you can't go wrong with that Waze camera. For those of you that are on a budget and you want to be able to observe the night sky with night vision on Amazon, WAYZE, I'll put it in the description later on. For $25, you get a Waze camera. You hook it up to an external battery pack, and you just let the thing film, and you send the feed right to your computer, and you can look just like we're looking for $25.
Or your phone. Or your phone. And that was the night vision option. There's also colored night vision, but I like to record in night vision sometimes because I'm able to see things that I can't see in the color spectrum, and it's a little clear. But this right here, this is just my iPhone 13, 4K, 30 frames per second, high exposure, and yeah, it works. So it's all about being able to use what you have, and I want a lot of people to capture UAPs. And the more people we have recording these things, that's more data. Even if it's a satellite or even if it's something that isn't a UFO, it's all data. Every video is useful, even ones that are wrong and even ones that are fake. It's all useful data. So this is what you could get just on your cell phone looking up. I can't tell you how many UFOs. Almost every UFO on my channel has been recorded by...
Oh, here come the geese.
Oh, the Canada gooses.
You hear them.
Look at the size of this flock, though.
Wow.
Just keep going.
That's crazy.
Wow, there's thousands of them there, man.
It's a boomerang UFO. It's the Phoenix Lights.
They're coming to get you.
The flying V. The flying
News
V.
Nation, I just caught a flying V, and it had the strangest sound. It sounded like Canada Gooses.
Hey, I'll tell you guys something. A
Exhaust.
little story. We were in Seaside when I was there with the other PhDs, and they had the whole camera set up was on the roof. We're sitting there, we're on Seaside now, so we're near the ocean, and Robert picked up the same geese flying, but they made no noise, and we saw them on the thermal that he had, but not on the infrared, and we had both side by side looking, and you can see them. You're watching the cameras go, and on the thermal, there's the geese, but not on the infrared. It was insane to watch. And then when he got past the deep infrared camera, you can see the outline of them and all in that formation. And then as they got a little closer towards the bay, then you hear them start squawking. But it was crazy how we saw him on the thermal. But again, his thermal, you're talking, it's like thousands of dollars. But they didn't show up on the full spectrum infrared. It was insane. But yeah, yours picked it up, man. That's pretty good. Not bad.
Not bad for $25, right?
Yeah,
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
I want to go ahead and I want to take everybody over to let's go to space for a minute. I want to bring everybody up to the stars, to the International Space Station. Let's take a live look from space. So we are live right now with compliments of NASA looking down on Earth from the International Space Station. So if this is your first time, this is what it looks like from space. They're currently flying over New York. And that's what it looks like.
Hey, I have a question. So the other day I saw Elon, he posted up one of his rocket launches, right? And it's just something that I don't quite understand. But when we're watching this live feed right now, right? Yeah. You and I and Mike, we know there are literally thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of satellites and space debris and junk that literally covers every square inch of everything above the Earth and in low Earth orbit.
Correct.
Why in the heck do we never see a single one when we're watching this? We should see them whipping around somewhere or something. Space debris, a satellite.
You do. If you pay very close attention out in the distance, you might see these like white dots every now and then. Those are the satellites. Those are not stars. You will not see stars. It's too bright where we are right now. So no stars.
I'm looking for them now. So if anyone sees anything right now, comment it, because I'm watching right now and I'm waiting to see something, but I don't. It's strange.
You got kicked out of whose chat for mentioning UFO? NASA? I hope not. But
now I'm gonna go there and mention UFOs in their chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there and talk UFOs all the time. I'm gonna be like, Charlene Williams sent me over here, and she said I was supposed to talk about UFOs all night. Is that what you
say? Charlene sent me. The word is UFO.
The word is UFO, not UAP. Let me go ahead and I want to pop up a video here, and we can always come right back to NASA. I want to pop up a video because we were discussing the three cameras that primarily we use: 4K, night vision, and FLIR. And for a lot of people were asking in the chat about those systems and how they operate. I have a little video tutorial here that'll explain that for people that were curious about learning. It's about 1:41 seconds. I'll let that play so those of you that are interested can learn. Here we go. Hey everybody, Anthony from Epic TV, and I wanted to show you 3 different camera vantage points that I use. One, a 4K camera, which is ideal primarily for daylight environments, filming events and nature landscapes and stuff like that. And the night vision psionics technology camera typically uses the intensification technology, which amplifies available light, including infrared light, to produce a visible image in low light conditions. And then we have the FLIR camera, which is forward-looking infrared technology, and that camera detects infrared radiation heat emitted by objects, allowing them to create thermal images based on temperature differential. And you could get a clear indication by looking at all 3 at once just how different and amazing each one is. Now, I use these 3 cameras every time I go out to film because each one is very important in my field of study, which is ufology. And now I added the drone situation into the mix. But a lot of times, like when these drones fly over, like the other night, I just had my cell phone in my hand. I didn't have time to go get these other two cameras, which I wish I did, but it was 6 a.m. and very early. But I want you to look just how these 3 different cameras operate and how good each one is to have in your tool belt. This is Staten Island, New York, Crescent Beach we're filming on. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. Comment below. Have a great day, and I'll see you out there. Be sure to subscribe to Epic TV and Robert Earl White, The Order of Light, on YouTube. All
Really
right,
good.
now, as promised, I'm going to show everybody a brand new UFO video that has not been seen by the world yet. This just happened yesterday, Friday, and my friend Carlos Perez filmed this. It's a daytime sighting or early evening sighting, just as the sun's going down. But yeah, it's an object in the sky. Robert and I did an analysis on it before. We made sure it was not a satellite. I wanted to check. And we made sure it was not a birthday balloon. Carlos did some asking around to make sure. He had a really good look at it. He was really zoomed in. He said, no, this was not a birthday balloon. He would have never sent it to me. But let's take a look at this. Noticing that little hole in the center there. You notice that?
It's a strange one.
You know, immediately my head went to satellite first, but we scratched that off the list. And then I went to balloon due to the low altitude. But I don't know. And that little black speck in the center keeps me thinking of, you know, the birthday balloon, like the letter O or the letter 0. But normally they're more oval. I don't know. I don't know. So we'll leave this one up to you in the chat to decide. I thought it was interesting. And as always, we like to, you know, let everybody make their own decisions here.
And he just said this is 5:30 p.m. So the sun wasn't even down all the way.
Right.
Huh.
It's a beast drone.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's exactly what it is.
Amazon drone delivering their Prime delivery.
So in the chat, if you think it's an unidentified flying object, give us a number 1. If you don't think it's an unidentified flying object and it falls into the satellite, well, we can't say satellite because it's not a satellite, but balloon or man-made object, throw a number 2. I would like to know what everybody thinks in the chat. What do you think, Mike? I'm curious to hear what you're thinking.
Number two. You know, when you look at that video, you know, it's pretty big, okay? And we know distance is sometimes hard to judge and cameras are hard to judge, but you know, if you look at the tree limb when it goes by a tree limb or a pole, look at the distance it takes up on that pole. Now you can do triangulation to try and figure out the size of this thing.
Certainly
but,
can,
you know,
by using the tree.
At that, it looked pretty big, you know. You know, I don't think it was moving the speed of a Mylar balloon. You know what I mean? It was going a little faster. I don't know what that is, man. That's got me intrigued.
Let's go ahead and give this one more go around. I want to take one more look at this, and I hope everybody in the chat don't mind. I'm really curious to see this just one more time.
Thanks, Carlos.
Close. So I'm just speculation looking at that tree, and I'm gonna give a rough estimate that first tree was about 75 to 80 foot tall. I'm gonna speculate and say this is another 200 to 250 feet above that. because it's above the wires, and the wires I know from my house they sit at like 60 feet. I'm gonna say it's double the distance of the wires, so 120 to 200 feet away. I'm gonna say this is, and standard branches on the top up there. They're probably about 15 feet, 10 to 15 feet long. So I'm gonna say that object up there is maybe 4 to 6 feet in length, roughly, if that.
Well, also you hear the airplane.
Yeah.
It's a shame he didn't get a shot of like an airplane.
Yeah, because I
going
could have
by.
really scaled
We
it
could have
immediately.
really understood the exact height. I hear the airplane going
DP.
directly above him. That would have been nice.
Yeah, I don't think 5K feet because he's filming with a cell phone camera. I don't think he wouldn't have picked it up.
There's something off to the right there for reference.
I think the
Probably
moon
a
comes into
star.
frame and a star.
Yeah. Probably Jupiter.
Or Venus.
Yeah. Oh, that's a street
That's
light.
a street light.
Probably Venus.
Whatever it is, it's bright.
Very
You know,
bright.
And you think there's no sun, all right, because you would see a reflection on the trees if it was a certain direction of the sun hitting it, or the object being hit by the sun. You know, whatever it was, it's shiny and bright. So I think I'm gonna change my my number 2 and go number 1 on an unknown object.
Yeah, it's definitely an unidentified object at this time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep compiling evidence on that. I actually want Carlos to go back to where he filmed that and speak to some of his neighbors and see if anybody else happened to see that night. I would like to get their opinions on this too. Maybe he can, film them and interview them, and we could play it again. Definitely a
where
good
was
catch, Carlos.
Where was it at again? What state and what town?
When it first pops up, hold on, I'll do it one more time. When it first pops up, there's a little
Federal Way, Washington.
Washington.
Federal Way, Washington.
To the MADAR database, the New Fork database, and 2 others I have access to through some.
Carlos in the house.
Hey, Carlos, how's it going?
Carlos.
There he is.
Thank
Hey,
you so
Carlos.
much for sharing.
Good catch,
Thanks
Carlos.
for sending that in, man. Good catch. That was definitely an interesting one. I mean, very cool catch. I really enjoyed that. Robert, you had a catch a couple of weeks ago. I wish you had that. The double. Do you have that double UFO footage? The UFO that looks like it's carrying another UFO? I think you're muted, Robert. You got to unmute yourself when you get a minute, Robert.
Yeah, Carlos, I'm going to check several databases to see if anybody's tried to report,
Robert caught. We're gonna pull up some UFO videos to close the night out. Robert caught something that's pretty wild that I want everybody to take a look at. It looks like basically 2 UFOs in tandem, piggybacked on each other. just one of them crazy UFO sightings that are just a head scratcher. And we catch so many of these amazing things. And we're so glad everybody's here. We got 164 people in the chat, so we want to share some of our amazing sightings with you. You're gonna really love seeing this. So just stand by. Right now, we're back live in space with the International Space Station. We have a live space view over Earth. So enjoy that while we get everything situated. Out for a little music. Oh, stop. You guys are too kind. Thank you. Stop.
Thank you.
Stop. Stop. All right.
on its way.
Okay.
Also, a side note, in this video, when it comes in, I hurt myself pretty bad running after it. All right.
You sent it on over?
Yeah, it's in the video file at the bottom. I believe that's the one.
Where did you send it? Text or?
No, it's in
Messenger?
StreamYard video file at the stage.
Oh, it's down here on the bottom already.
Yep.
Okay.
And I injured myself pretty bad.
Look, Robert Earl White, I got a UFO. It's carrying something. Look at that. Look at that. UFO. Look at that. It looked like it was carrying something. Whoa, look at that. I've never seen one like that. Where's the blinking lights? Oh, there's none. Look at that. Awesome. Anthony, this one might be heading your way. Whoa, that's cool. Oh, I'm not done. I'm not done. Ouch. Oh, I just busted my knee. I just ran into a chair. Ouch. Ow. Ow. Ow.
No.
Oh, I just busted my knee so bad. Ow, I'm really bleeding.
Dude, I
Ow.
remember that when you busted your ass.
Ow.
He was running after this
Shit.
UFO, and it was pitch black in his backyard,
Fuck.
and he tumble salts
Oh,
over
that
a
hurts
chair.
so bad.
But he
It's so
still kept the
cold.
camera and filmed it. He still
Oh,
kept
I
the
think
camera
the knee's
going.
bleeding. I'll
Go ahead,
document
dude.
it if it is.
It was bleeding. I did take
God.
pictures. The original
still got that
video's on my
camera, bud.
YouTube channel, and I showed
Legend.
pictures of the damage. But I
He's a
do it for the UFOs, man. Anything for the UFO.
Unbelievable, dude.
Well, when you see something like that, you're so
Oh,
like in the zone. I would chop off my leg to get something good like that.
I actually put together something last night for us using my new Lumix camera. This is 4K long exposure footage, okay, of last night's sky. Check this out, because this is really beautiful. Have a look. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
All
I
right,
hope
guys.
you enjoyed tonight's show. I certainly had a good time. I know we had a great time having this discussion with you. I hope you like Epic TV. If so, hit that subscribe button. Come back. Give us another shot. We're going to have more amazing stuff. More amazing equipment is coming. The more equipment that we get, we better, put that out there to utilize it so you guys can see more amazing footage. We love and respect each and every one of you. If you filmed a UFO and you would like to share it with us, I am going to go ahead and drop an email address in here right now, and you can email me your footage and we will put it right here on the channel. We will do a live viewing of it. Just go to top file, s4@gmail.com. Give me 1 second. At Gmail. There it is. Did it pop up? There we go. Topfiless4@gmail.com. Email me your footage. I would love to see it. And remember, we respect everybody's sightings. Okay, we're not here to make fun of anybody or rip anybody. If you had a UFO encounter or a UFO experience that you'd like to discuss, reach out to Robert or myself. We love hearing your encounters. I told you earlier, I don't know if I finished, I had a sighting with a triangular craft in 1993 out here on Staten Island. I had about 5 hours of missing time. That encounter changed my life. It changed my life. It put me in the field of law enforcement to learn investigations and all those things. And then later in life, when I retired, I stuck with the field of ufology because I'm passionate about learning more and trying to educate others and hear about your sightings and things you're experiencing and going through. There are no wrong answers here in this field. We are all trying to learn together. So let's do that here as a community together on Epic TV, on Order of Light with Mike Patrick and myself for Project Horizon. We are the disclosure. We are the disclosure. Nobody else is going to give that to us but us. So join us, subscribe, and we will see you
Also-
next time. You guys want to say anything?
Yeah, also Spruce Pine, North Carolina, the Alien
Alrighty.
Festival. Anthony and I are speaking there along with other amazing people. Thousands of people are coming out to this mountain town that suffered horrible flood damage, Spruce Pine, North Carolina, during the last hurricane. This is their first big thing, and we're trying to help them get back on their feet. It's up in the mountains, a small town. Thousands of people, great time. We are speaking at the Sky Tribe UFO Expo, June 14th. You can find information in the description and on Anthony's page as well as myself. And make sure everyone, please hit that like button, subscribe to the page, and more importantly, check out all of the other amazing videos Anthony and I have done, including a bunch with Mike as well. Project Horizon is happening. We're here. We're just three guys doing things out of our own pocket, trying to figure out what this phenomenon is. We do not have Arrow backing. We do not have Pentagon backing. Although if the DoD called us up, we would take the job.
Give us money, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not even monetized. You know what I mean? Well, yeah. Robert is, but my channel's not. I don't even care about that. You didn't hear one time tonight, give me a donation, right? We don't care about that
Give
stuff.
us your money.
Nice. It's nice when it happens, but
brought it up. Everyone, we need new equipment.
Yeah, that's not priority number one. Priority number one is getting to the root of what's going on and trying to give you guys some answers and some clarity for your sightings. But let me just play this real quick. This is the event that's coming up. Yeah, so if you guys are going to be in the North Carolina area, June 14th, 2025, come on down. Let me tell you something. VIP tickets are $80 instead of $500. Okay. The festival itself, to walk the grounds and everything, is absolutely free. There's only the $50 fee for the speaking engagement. For that's regular is 50 and $82 for VIP. And the only reason those are ticketed is because this town was devastated by Hurricane Helene, and all the proceeds that we make, we're donating back to the town to try to help them get back on their feet, because that's what we do
Gotta
here
support it.
at
Gotta
Project
support that.
Horizon. We try to help communities like that. Also, Robert and I have got all the speakers together. We are going to do a free, yes, a 100% free Skywatch where you will get to utilize our equipment out in the field. We're going to do a live UFO Skywatch together with all the UFO speakers. It's absolutely free. So if you're down at Spruce Pine, North Carolina, please come hang out with us. Even if you don't pay to go to the speaking engagement, you are still our invited guest to come join us under the stars. We have a professional camera crew coming down there. We're going to end up putting this out on Amazon Prime for a documentary. So if you want to be in that, come on down. You're all invited. We would love to have you as our guests. With that being said, have a great night. We love and appreciate you all. Please leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know where you're from and if it's your first time here. And we hope to see you again right here on Epic TV and the Order of Light. We'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Keep
Good night,
your eye.
everybody.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.